Welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. I'm here with my co-host J Mick and Kicker. How you feeling, J Mick?
Oh man, feeling good. I mean, Christmas right around the corner, so I'm just trying to prep for that. But I mean, I'm good for the most part.
Yeah, you would feel good, seeing that I got whooped last week. Bro, listen, 33-13. Listen. Before the show, when Kicker said it, I was real. 13, bro. 33-13. Like, what is my team doing? Why are they not showing up? And if we lose this week,
I mean, I don't want to say we told you so, but we kind of tried to tell you.
What you told me, J.
I mean, we tried to. I just before the season started, I thought y'all was gonna split, so I didn't. I mean, y'all handle y'all business in Philly, and
for my trolling purposes, I needed the sweep. For my trolling purposes, I mean, if anybody watched my videos, they would have seen. I've been said we was gonna split, but like me and Cole did a whole show where I thought we was gonna get the one at home, he's gonna get the one away. But once it started looking like I had got my own, let me troll a little bit, throw this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough one. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I expect the Cowboys to win. I just ain't expecting to win like that. So the shit was kind of rough.
Well, you know what? Today, I picked the Cowboys on my pickers, but I might change my damn pick. I ain't feeling so nice today. I might like Buffalo. I heard it's getting nasty up there. I might like Buffalo today.
I mean, I was on the Cowboys last week. I can't say the same this week, man.
Yeah, I think I'm changing my pick. When we get there, if I change my pick, I'm gonna put a new pick 'em in, goddamn it, before the game start. How you feeling, Kicker? What's good with
you? Team still number one. I'm feeling real good. Got 4 weeks left. Yeah, y'all. This the final. This the fourth quarter right here, man. Got to finish strong. But other than that, man, I'm feeling good. Ready to go out the.
Hey, Amber, it's no time like the present. You know what I mean? We might have been a little late. Might have been running behind. We found out, when our co-host wasn't gonna be here, so we had to adjust things. So we had to do, a little maintenance before we jumped on here. But we appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Hey, man. So we're gonna get into these games, man. So the first game on the schedule for us today is Howard, Florida A&M. Florida A&M coming this one 11-1. They're favored by 6.5, man. I mean, if they're 11-1, who's they lost to? Anybody know? I'm gonna check the losses. I don't really know. They lost to. They lost to the University of South Florida. So in their division, they have lost no games. I mean, I don't think today will be any different. I mean, I don't see why. They got a pretty nice quarterback too. Pretty nice quarterback. I don't know how to say his name though. Jeremy Musa.
I think it's Musa. Yeah.
Musa. All right. Yeah, I like him. I seen him play when he played against Bethune because they show that on TV in Florida because they play like right down the street. He was dotting them up, man. I think he had like 150, 175 yards, something like that in that game. I'm probably taking it for like the same today, man. Give me Musa for 150 passing yards, man, and give me him for maybe a passing touchdown. I don't know if he's gonna do two, nothing like that, but give me him for 150 and a passing touchdown. Kicker.
Hold up, who are you talking about?
This is Florida A&M versus Howard.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't need know nothing about the players to be honest with you, but give me I like Howard. Not Howard. I like Florida A&M today to win.
Oh, okay. Jay Mick, I'm pretty sure we all got Florida A&M to win. Let's see.
Is Howard even nice this year?
They 6-5, man. I guess when you playing in that type of division, it might be nice. I think Jay Mick done froze on us. No, you take it Alabama with the 6.5 kicker.
What, Alabama versus Michigan?
Nah, the Howard versus Florida A&M. You taking them minus 6.5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then they could beat them by a touchdown or more.
Yeah, I don't think this game gonna be close, but shout out to all the HBCUs. They in Atlanta, so I know one thing about Atlanta, like that shit was lit as hell last night, gonna be lit as hell tonight. So yeah, I don't think fans should have any issues. With this game. I also do like the over in the game. I think there's gonna be a good amount of points scored in the game. I think the over is like 48.5. So take that as well.
It's 50.5.
It's 59. Because it opened at 48.5. I would still take the over on the 50. I think there's gonna be a lot of points scored in this game. I'm not really gonna mess with another player props, but for the people watching, if you could watch the game, I think the game on ABC.
It's on ABC.
ABC. So go ahead and check that out. It's not like Bama versus Michigan or nothing like that, but it's still good football. I'm just going down the A. So yeah.
Hey, Musa be slaying. Look, I ain't watched him but one game, but the one game I did watch, I was like, he all right. He mobile, you know what I mean? He all right. I would take him for 150 passing. I'll take him for 150.
Yeah, I think he transferred from another school and he transferred to that FAMU. I forgot what school it was. So he's actually a pretty good quarterback. So he should be good. So
I got to start watching some more of the HBCU football, man. They
actually
have some good games.
Yeah, they actually showing on TV a lot. Like I think during the season, like the NFL Network had a couple games. I think ESPN Plus has some games, and then they have their own network too, where you can catch any game that you want. So yeah.
All right, so the next one is Jayville State versus Louisiana Lafayette. Jayville State is favored by 3. I've heard a lot about Louisiana Lafayette, man. They end up playing a lot of those teams, don't they, Jay Mick, where they get smashed out. They get paid a lot to come in and get murdered.
Yeah, I think they played a couple. I want to say they played one SEC team this year, but that's the MO, man. Like they take the paycheck and they play these teams that are better than them. But they're having a down year this year, but they're actually not that bad because I think they played Minnesota. And they played Minnesota. And they played Southern Miss, yeah, and the UAB, and they played Old Dominion too. So yeah, that's great for them. I don't love them in this game though. Like I like Jacksonville State personally, and I like Jacksonville minus the 3, and also expect this game. Well, the game's at 57.5. The game opened at 57. That's a lot of points, man. I ain't gonna. Jacksonville State do score a lot of points.
It's at 58.5 right now.
Yeah, I'd probably take the over, man. Like
Swan, what's happening?
So it's bowl season, so so I'll probably take the over on that too, man. The game should be good. Games at 2:15. So enjoy.
Yeah, man. I think I'm I don't know. I see. So for some reason, Lafayette just standing out to me, man. I think I might just ride with them money line, man. I don't know. Jayville State played good ball. They're 8-4. Obviously, you can't downset it, but 3-point game at home. It's in New Orleans too. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Louisiana Lafayette, man. What about you, Kicker?
Yeah, I like Jacksonville State.
Y'all really think them boys gonna go down in the boot and get a win?
Oh, matter of fact, no, my bad. I'm tripping. I like Lafayette. I'm tripping. I like Lafayette. I don't know what I was just thinking. Yeah, I like Lafayette. I keep forgetting, yo, it's two different Jackson. Like, you got Jacksonville State, then you also got Jackson State, right?
Oh yeah.
See, I be
And then
getting
you
them
got,
confused.
don't you got the University of Jacksonville too? Don't they got a University of Jacksonville University, something like that?
I mean, they do shit.
So.
I ain't never heard about no football team.
Yeah, listen, I think I got a little homeboy that went there. They like D1 AA or something like that. Or AAA, something like that.
Yeah.
They got like 3 teams.
Yeah, I think
out there.
Jacksonville State was a team that, yeah, I mean, wasn't Jacksonville State the team that beat like one of them Florida teams a couple years ago? It was either like Miami or Florida State that they beat like 2-3 years ago or something like that. So
All right, so the next game is Miami of Ohio versus Appalachian State. Appalachian State is 6.5-point favorites. Miami, Ohio is 11-2. Appalachian State is 8-5. This might be a good one, bro. This might be a sleeper.
I got a couple little things for this. I like the over on that game. I think it'll definitely go over the over 41.5. Also, I like the running back from Miami, Ohio. His name Rashad Amos. That boy tough. You can take him like for anytime touchdown. Also, you can take his rushing yards. Is that over 87.5? But if you want to be safe, you can take him for like 70, 60. And also, Appalachian State, they got a running back. His name Kanye Roberts. That boy tough too. You can take him for anytime touchdown or 50 yards. And I mean, that's the play I got for that game. I think it'll definitely be a good one.
I think I'm gonna take Miami over Ohio in this one again. I really like Appalachian State. They don't have some epic moments in college football. Like, they'll always be remembered as a team that beat Michigan. They'll always be remembered as a team that, who else didn't they come close to beating somebody else, Mick? They end up losing by like a field goal.
Look, if y'all do that 5 leg I just gave y'all together, that's plus 643.
You got to send it to me. I'm gonna pick it.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot what school you're talking. I mean, like, there was a school that they almost beat, but I'm just not sure who it was. I think it was like a year or two ago. I want
to say it was like Georgia Tech, though. It might have been Georgia Tech or something, but it was another school that was a part of the Power 5, and it was just like Appalachian State been putting together some pretty good football teams that can fight. I just wondered, like, what does it take to move up?
Well, so I'm looking at the schedule this year. They actually almost beat North Carolina this year when North Carolina was ranked pretty high. They only lost by like 6 points, so the game was pretty close.
That was pretty good.
But I just think you just got to apply, and you got to have a certain amount of, like I guess you got to give the NCAA like a certain amount of money. I forgot what you got to do, but the problem is when you move up, you're not bowl eligible for 2 years. So I mean, like, that kind of hinders a lot of schools from actually wanting to move up. So I mean, that and the money. So.
Well, I was just thinking about it because, they've been putting together some pretty good football teams over the few years. I was just thinking, maybe they could move up. But yeah, I'm gonna just ride with Miami over Ohio +6 today, man.
Yeah, I'm a ride with Appalachian State, but on the money line. I'm not gonna ride with them on the -6. I think -6 is a little bit too much, but I'm definitely gonna take them to win.
All right, so the next game is UCLA, Boise State. Boise State is 8-5. UCLA is 7-5. UCLA is favored by 5.5. The over/under in this game is 47.5. Damn, Boise. I'm gonna go with UCLA, man. I mean, they coming off of what, big win, ain't it? Didn't they just beat USC their last game?
Yeah, I think they beat USC there. It was either the last game or second or last game. I mean, for me in this game, this game's in Inglewood, man. This is in UCLA's. I mean, like this was. I mean, it's like right down the street from where their school is. So I mean, and, like games at SoFi, so and like in all intents and purposes, it's a home game for them. And then I think most of their players are playing. So I actually like UCLA. To win the game, I actually like the over too, because I think, like in these kind of bowl games, like, you got to expect points to be scored because teams have had a lot of time to prepare for these kind of games. So I mean, give me UCLA, and I'm gonna give me the over too. And then if you want any props, definitely bet for the UCLA running back to get a anytime touchdown too.
Which one is two of them? You got Still and you got the dude TJ.
Yeah,
I mean, if you look at their odds right now, both of their odds is at like minus 270 for both of them to score. I think both of them will score today though.
Yeah, I would definitely take Steele to score. I mean, the other dude not so sure about, but Steele definitely.
Shit. Hey, look, if you look at their stats side by side, right? They almost got identical stats to the T. 6 touchdowns for each. One got 850 rushing, one got 730 rushing, one got 160 carries, one got 130 carries. Damn, they splitting that down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it's a committee situation. So I mean, like they get I don't want to say equal amount of carries, but the carries are pretty close.
And they got a little third. Oh, that's the quarterback. Did he get hurt or something?
You talking about Moore?
Nah, Colin Skill. I guess he must be their mobile quarterback.
Yeah,
he must be the gadget guy. Cause I see he got like almost 300 yards rushing.
Okay.
Just looking at the stats, they're not really a good passing team. I see. To be in the Pac-12 and not be able to pass the ball is crazy.
I mean, you say you're gonna run it though. I mean, it didn't serve them too bad because they still won 7 games. You know, they won 7-5 on the year. So I mean, they beat USC. They beat a couple Pac-12 teams. So I mean,
the team is almost even. I guess they got like 2,300 rushing yards and they got 2,750 passing yards. I mean, it's damn near down the middle, 5,000 yards, and this is almost even.
Yeah,
I never seen a team like that. You know, in a while.
I mean, especially not in that conference. No,
like Pac. I've never seen the Pac-12. That's usually like some Missouri, Arkansas back in the day type of stuff. They like that. But
yeah,
I'm riding with UCLA today though. What you got, Kicker?
I like Boyd. I mean, no. I don't like none of them teams today for real. Like J Mix said, I like the over. I like both UCLA. I like the UCLA quarterback to throw for 200 plus. They got this running back named this wide receiver named Loyola. I like him for 40 plus receiving. I like both UCLA running backs for a touchdown apiece, and also Boise running back. I like him for 70 yards and an anytime touchdown. That running back tough.
All right, so
can't really think of his name though. It's something Genty or something.
Who? Boise State?
Yeah.
Austin. His name is Austin Genty.
Yeah, him. He tough.
Yeah, he got 1,200 rushing, almost 1,300 rushing yards. Jesus.
He probably had 100 yards before the halftime.
Got basically 15 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, I definitely take him for any time today. And probably take him for his rushing props because he look like they running him to crazy. All right, so the last game for the college slate today, Cal versus Texas Tech. Both teams are 6-6. Texas Tech is favored by 3.5. So this game pretty much even, man. What is a 0.5-point spread? If Cal was at home,
the game is a free
Cal, both of these teams kind of bad too.
Yeah, the only thing I say is like Texas Tech can score a lot of points though. That's the one thing. I ain't watched a lot of Cal. I think the only few Cal games I watched was when Cal played Auburn and Cal beat Auburn, I believe. So either Cal beat Auburn or was really close. So I mean, I don't know. Like Texas Tech, they should win the game, but I mean, I'm not even sure. Like I would more bet on the over under. Like, and I would bet it to go over too.
It looked like when Cal played against teams out that way, though, they've been putting up some points. They came close to beating USC 49-50. Then they got rent. Oh my, 63-19 by Oregon. Jesus Christ. Golly. But they put up 33-7 on UCLA. So they can score some points. They can score a little bit. I definitely like that. I definitely like. I don't know if I like a team in this one. Both of these teams bad, but I might take the over on that 57.5 though for sure.
Yeah.
Kicker, you got something for us for this one, or what? You want to keep moving?
No, keep moving, bro. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. Go ahead. My bad.
All right, so we got three games today, man. We're gonna start with the first one. Vikings, Bengals, 7-6 teams. Both of them kind of fighting for playoff contention. Cincinnati favored by 3. Jake Brown had been on a little roll, man. He been on a little roll. The over-under for this game is 40.5.
I mean, let me just say, one thing before we game, right? So Monday there's a bowl game. It's called the famous Toastery Bowl game, right? And if you in the market, so like if your NFL team is in the market for a wide receiver, there's this dude that played for Western Kentucky. His name is Malachi Corley. And so if your team need a wide receiver, I suggest that you watch that bowl game on Monday. Because I mean, I've been pretty much on this dude all season. He's a really good prospect. So and you might want to check him out.
Try, what's good with you, brother? What's good with you? Appreciate y'all for coming out this morning, man. All right. So let's get into this NFL slate. That's what the people be here for. Most of them capitals to the college game right now because it ain't no big teams. So we're gonna get in this first one. I just called it out. Vikings, Bengals. Bengals favored by 3. Over under is 40.5. What you got for me, J Mick?
I mean, this is a tough one, man, because it's like you got, both teams got their backup quarterbacks. Bengals got Jake Browning. The Vikings got Nick Mullins. I mean, for you 49ers fans, and you know exactly who he is. It's just it's a tough one to call because I think the Bengals should win. But I believe in my weekly picks, I had picked the Vikings, but I'm kind of starting to lean towards the Bengals because I think the Bengals will have enough offense to be able to beat the Vikings. So I'm kind of seesawing right now. I might just seesaw until 1 p.m. today. But as far as the props go, Chase had a down week. I think Chase only had 30 yards receiving last week. So
he got hurt,
I think he's going to bounce back.
Did he get hurt last week?
I don't think so. I just think he just
that was the week before that, wasn't it? That was the week before he took the big hit.
Yeah, so he didn't get hurt. I think he had like 4 receptions for 20-something yards or something like that. It just wasn't a good week for him. So I look for him to bounce back. Like I'm gonna take him like 5 receptions for 50 yards. I think Jake Browning throws for 1 touchdown. I'm probably gonna take him for about 225 passing yards. And then on the Viking side, Jettis got hurt in the game last week, but he said he's gonna play. I assume he was because he's going against his college teammate, Jamar Chase. I mean, like they played on the same team. And I expect both of them to have good games. I mean, because they want to show each other, hey, we're 2 of the best wide receivers in the league. Also give me Jettis. I think Jettis should get about 70 yards in this game, and I think he's going to get in the end zone too. Yeah,
Jamar Chase did get hurt last week. He rolled his ankle, and they put him on a snap count for the remainder of the game. But they said he's going to be 100% participant, no restrictions going into this game this week.
Okay.
I know he took a big hit at the end of that game, like third quarter-ish, and then I know they was like saying that he was limited the rest of the game. Yeah. He get hurt a lot, man. That's crazy to be such a superstar to get hurt so much.
I mean, it don't take much to roll your ankle though. That's the one thing though. I mean, he'll probably tape it up or whatever it takes him. Like do what he got to do to play. Like I said, he going against Jettis. I mean, obviously he's not going up directly against him, but they in the same game, and I know they both want to show out. So
it's been a lot of crazy stuff about Justin Jefferson going to Cincinnati. I can't see it in any shape, way, or form. But if that was to happen, bro, I probably wouldn't watch football too much.
I mean, what I heard was they offered him an extension and he turned it down. So I don't know. So
I've been listening to like Minnesota fans saying like that they don't think he's comfortable coming back playing for them because he don't know the quarterback situation. They saying like he wants to go play with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and he's willing to take a discount. And it's like, if he really does that, bro, we're gonna start building super teams for real like that, where you go get 2 top 3 receivers, maybe top 5 for sure, a top quarterback, and all you would have to do is somehow stitch up that offensive line, and then you got a decent running back in Joe Mixon. I mean, he's probably somewhere in the top 6 or 7. I mean, That would be ridiculous, bro. What would we be watching week in and week out? I do got Cincinnati winning this game, though. The only reason I do got I just feel like Jake Brown a little bit. He rolling. You know what I mean? The guy from Minnesota, he coming in. He not really rolling. He just played in the game where it was 3-0. He couldn't even get a touchdown last week. If Cincinnati got any type of analytics or any type of research, whatever the Raiders did, I would do the exact same thing. I would mimic it to the T.
The only thing you got to be careful with the Vikings is their DC is Brian Flores, right? And
yeah, he do hold you down.
Yeah, I mean, he'll hold you down and he'll also blitz you a lot. Like I think the Vikings have one of the highest blitz rates in the league. So you got to be
the highest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it might be the highest. If it's not the highest, then they're like second in the league or something like that. So you got to be careful with that because I know he's going to send blitzes towards. Jake Browning. Jake is it's not like Jake been playing for forever. Like this is what his second or third start in the league. He's been in the league for 3-4 years. But so that's the one thing I'd be careful of, though. So I mean that's why I said like this game could go either way. Like it's really for me it's hard to call. So
that first start for me, J-Mick, just didn't do enough for me to put him over right now. Like that first start when he played, and then the next week you had didn't he get hurt the first start, and then your boy had to play the next week?
Who you talking about? And
Jobs. Yeah, Mullins. Something happened that first start this year. He didn't play well in that first start at all. I'm not mistaken.
Because they had Kirk Cousins and then Dobbs started the game. That's the first. I thought that's the first game he came in with Dobbs.
Remember that week? It was a week.
It was so bad.
That week they signed Dobbs. Nate Mullins was supposed to play, wasn't it? Or did they play somebody else?
I think they played somebody else.
No, they played Jaron Hall. So this is his first start this year.
Yeah, this is his first official start because like Jaron Hall's the guy they took in the draft. I think they took him in the 6th round or something like that in the draft.
He the one that got hurt, right? He ended up getting hurt, right?
I think something happened to him. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely something happened.
I see he played 2 games and he got 10 attempts, 8 completions for 101 yards.
Yeah, I think he had to come in that. I think one of the games he played was the game where Kirk Cousins got hurt, and I believe that was one of the games that he played. And I think it was that Green Bay game. I think that he came in. I think I'm not even sure. I mean, I can't say 100%, but like he's the backup today, so like Nick Mullins is going to play. But I think the issue with the Vikings is they're in the playoff hunt, man. Like they're really in it, and they're only 2 games behind the Lions. So I feel as if they feel like Nick Mullins not playing well, they're going to pull his ass and they're going to put in, the second quarterback Hall, and they're going to see what he has. I mean, because I don't think
Dobbs at 3.
Yeah, I mean, Dobbs has been the last couple of games, but Dobbs has been really bad. Like he's been really bad. So he's the third quarterback. So it's Nick Mullins, it's Hall, and then it's Dobbs. So, and like it's kind of said, like the
Chicago Bears game, he really played like that.
So, but yeah,
4 interceptions. That's crazy, Dobbs.
Yeah, so I just think that the Vikings they got to win the game. So, if Mullins ain't playing well, they're gonna pull him in. Though they're gonna try their luck with somebody else. So,
Kicker, how you feeling about this game, man? I didn't know he played that bad.
I like the. I like the over on there. I think the Bengals might win. I like the LSU special. Like, give me Jamar Chase yards, Jettas yards, and both of them to score. And maybe a Joe Mixon touchdown too.
Okay,
that's about it. Oh, Jake Browning. I like Jake Browning for like over 225 yards. I like both quarterbacks to throw over 200.
All right. Hey, for real, J-Mick, I didn't know he played that bad against the Bears, dog. Man had like 180 yards and 4.
It was a Monday night game.
I mean,
bro, I didn't watch much of it though. It was so shitty. I just didn't watch. Like,
I mean,
I want to say I started playing Madden or something.
I mean, Dobbs had a run of 2 or 3 bad games in a row. That's why he's the third quarterback. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not
the game before the Bears, and then he had he played pretty bad last week when he got pulled. And then the game before that, he had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, I just didn't know he played that bad against the Bears. 100. Look, when I hear 4 interceptions, I'm thinking you got like, at least a lot of attempts. It wasn't even a lot of attempts for him. He was just giving it up. All right, but the next game, we got the Steelers and Colts. They're both 7-6. The Colts are favored by 1, and the over under in this game is 41.5. I see they went up a little bit. The last time I seen the Steelers playing, I think wasn't the over under like 33?
That was
last
the over.
week?
Yeah, the Patriots game, I think it was like 33.5 or 30. And that might have been 30.5, something like that.
Yeah.
But I
like the Colts today.
But I think the over's higher today because the Colts tend to score more points. I mean, I think that's why. I mean, they have a pretty good – their offense is good. It's just their secondary kind of questionable. So, for me, I like the Colts too, man. What I seen out the Steelers, and I think Mitchell Trubisky is playing again, I just don't think that they can score enough points to be able to beat the Colts. Like, I don't see it. Like, and I mean, even if the Colts secondary isn't the greatest, Mitchell Trubisky's not good. And so I just don't think that they can score enough points. And I don't even know if like TJ and Highsmith are playing because I think they both got concussed in that game against the Patriots. So I don't even know if I haven't heard anything about them clearing protocol. Maybe they're gonna play. They might just play. But I mean, yet and still, like, if the Patriots could score 21 against that defense, then I don't see why the Colts can't put up 30 points. So, I mean, give me the Colts minus the 1. Prop wise, I mean, Pittman's been on a good streak lately. So, I mean, I like Pittman for 60 yards. I actually like Josh Downs to get in the end zone for anytime touchdown. And for the Steelers, give me Warren for 40 yards and give me Najee for 40 yards. And I like Freiermuth to him to get in the end zone too.
All right. What you think, kicker? All right. All right. So, is he there? Kicker, you there? All right. So, I don't really like much about the Steelers right now, man. I'm not trusting neither one of their quarterbacks, especially not Mitchell Trubisky. I do like that Michael Pittman. I do like their running backs today. For the Colts, who is it still? Is it still Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor splitting reps?
Jonathan Taylor's still out, so it's just Moss at this point.
Oh, it's just Zach Moss.
Yeah, Zach Moss.
Okay, I didn't know if Jonathan Taylor came back or not yet.
No, I think it said Jonathan Taylor might be able to come back next week.
Okay. So give me Zach Moss yards. Give me Michael Pittman yards, and give me him for an anytime touchdown. If kicking not bad, we're gonna keep it rolling, man. We're gonna roll to the next one. This one right here might make the world mad, J Mick. I think we got the same pick about this one. Broncos, Lions. Broncos coming in this game 7-6 against the 9-4 Detroit Lions. Detroit favored in this game by 5. The over under is 47.5. Listen, I'm going with the Broncos, man. I mean, Detroit is colder than ice water right now. They're not the hot team they was just about 2 or 3 weeks ago when they was kind of looking decent. They almost looking like me right now, J Mick. They look real open and exposed. And at this point, I just the hottest team coming in the game is the Broncos. They playing good team football. They're not turning the ball over. They running the ball. They passing the ball. They're doing everything effective that you can to beat a team. And today, I just don't know if Detroit can get in there and really disturb it at any point in time. Like I just don't see how. It's not really a question for me. I think the Broncos win this game. Give me the Broncos +5.
I mean, this is a game I waffled on all week, man, because it's like kind of what you said. Like, Detroit has not been playing good. And they're only 2 games ahead of the Vikings. So if the Vikings were to win today and they were to lose, the Vikings would be 1 game behind them, and they still got to play the Vikings 2 times. Games in Detroit, I've been waffling. I'm definitely not taking the Detroit Lions minus the 5. I definitely would never do that. At this point, I would not do that. During the week, I picked the Broncos, and I just think the Broncos are playing better. I think Russ is not. He's not messing up the game. He's giving his team a chance to win by not turning over the ball. And the Broncos have been turning over their opponents a lot over the last month and a half, a lot. And then with Jared Goff's streak of turning over the ball, I mean, it plays right into what the Broncos have been doing and what they want to do. So I'm going to take the Broncos money line here. I'm going to take Cortland Sutton because Cortland Sutton has been playing really well too. I'm going to take Cortland Sutton for 50 yards and a touchdown. On the Lions side, I'm going to take Montgomery for anytime touchdown because I think he gets into the end zone. He didn't really have a great game last week. So I'll take that. Give me Laporta 4 receptions for 60 yards, and also give me St. Brown. I think he's going to go for 60 yards too as well.
All right. So Kicker a little busy at the moment, so we're gonna roll around until he come back. All right. So you want to talk about this hub alert that got Brandon Staley fired before we move into these Sunday games?
Yeah, it was funny because I was watching it. I mean, like I'm, like I got a couple people on Twitter that I know that are Charger fans, and trust me, they were not mad at. I mean, like they were not mad at the news on Friday that not just he got fired, but the GM got fired.
Coach B was initially upset. He was like, "Man, I woke up, he's not fired yet." And they were like, "Be patient, he's gonna get fired." And then like 30 minutes later, he get fired. He like, "Thank God."
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I watched that game, and to me, it seemed like when Justin Herbert obviously is out for the year. It seemed like those players were only playing for Justin Herbert. They're not playing for that coach. And then when Justin Herbert said he wasn't playing, then you notice how Keenan Allen was like, "Yeah, I got a hamstring, so I'm not going to play either." He didn't play. And it just wasn't no effort on the field, man. Like they were getting, I remember like they were turning over the ball. Like they were getting the ball stripped in ways that you should never get the ball stripped. I don't think the players like Staley at all. So, I mean, if I was a fan, I'd be happy. I mean, I'm now in a coaching search. And my coach has the best odds to become their next coach. So but I've been telling people that. I've been telling that Bill leaving New England, he probably going to the Commanders or the Chargers. Those are the 2 destinations that I see him going to. So we just got to see how it plays out.
Somebody was having a conversation. I wasn't part of the conversation, but I was listening. And dude was kind of upset at the running back, Austin Eckler. He was like, "How you celebrating? We down 56 in a game. How could you celebrate or try to taunt anybody?" And he said when the offseason start, that would be the first player he would move off of because he don't think he's team oriented anymore. How you feel about that, bro?
See, I feel like, I mean, I hate to say what I'm about to say, but what it's like, man, like you ever play football, man? Like you get hurt on any play. So it's like, I get it. They're losing by a lot of points, but like when you make a positive play, I know what play you're talking about. Like he got the first down and he motioned for a first down. It's not like he scored a touchdown and he was dancing like a full-on team celebration when they were losing by 42 points. So, I mean, I don't really have a problem with the first down celebration. They didn't even want to pay Austin Eckler in the offseason anyways. So, I mean, they didn't want to pay him, and I think they came to an agreement, and I don't think they want him there anyways. So I don't even see what the big deal is. Like he probably not gonna be there next year regardless. So
it seemed to me like him as a player had a good stretch, but it seemed like he's not I don't want to say effective, but it seems like he's a receiver more than a running back. It seemed like
he's not your run between the like he's capable of running between the tackles, but that's not his strength. Like his strength is coming up the backfield. He's either running outside, like toss plays, like outside the tackle, or he's catching the ball. Like he's best as a receiver. But the Chargers have known this for a while, and they haven't done a good job pairing him up with another running back that can run between the tackles. So,
but that's the type of running back at the Chargers. Like I'm starting to really pay attention. The teams just stick to their identity. You know what I mean? They never really had a guy that run between the tackles like that. If you really think about their greatest running backs, they've all been kind of those dual threat type of running backs.
I mean, LT could run between the tackles. I mean, yeah, he was a great.
But he was a dual threat though. I'm just saying dual threat. I'm not saying not between the tackles, just that type of build, like dual threat. I can run, but I can catch also. I could do both at a high level. Austin Eckler used to run between the tackles. A little bit. He don't even want to now. He like, hey, look, if it ain't a pitch, dog, I'm getting these one or two. I'm gonna get on the ground. Y'all didn't pay me no money. I ain't putting no effort in this shit.
I mean, he was never that kind of running back, though. He never was.
Like, not heavy. Not heavy.
But when I look at the history of the Chargers, like not the complete history, but the last 20, I mean, they've had backs, like they had backs that could run between the tackles. Like, they got a back from Atlanta a while back, I think 10, 15 years ago. I think his last name was Turner. They got him, and he was strictly between the tackles. So it's like, I mean, for me, I guess
he was the second stringer, wasn't he? He was the second stringer?
He came over from Atlanta. Well, he's the second stringer in Atlanta, and he came over to the Chargers, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think part of it is their GM. They've had the same GM for the last 4 coaches. I think Coach B said they had that GM for like the last 15, 20 years or something like that. So he's been there for a while. And he got fired yesterday. So now they're going to have a new GM, and they might have a new scheme or strategy in terms of the passing game and the running game and even defense, because they're going to hire a new coach, hire a new GM. So you got to see who they hire, and because like they had a tendency to be drafting these like taller wide receivers. Like they have Mike Williams, they have Keenan Allen, and they drafted Quentin Johnson. So I mean, maybe with a new GM, they might start to draft guys, maybe like Josh Downs or Tank Dell or Zay Flowers, like like wide receivers like that. Like they might start drafting guys like that. You just got to wait and see how it pans out, pretty much.
Yeah, man, it's a celebratory day for some fans, and the rest of them just gonna have to jump aboard once the team start to turn the ship, man. I think a lot of those fans just need to, whatever happens coming next, you just need to open it with open hands, because it's been sad with Brandon Staley, bro. He is not a coach that you want behind the wheel of your car.
Yeah, I mean, it's that, and like I could talk from experience here. Like my team was taking a lot of losses. I mean, and we've even gotten beat down in like 2 games. I think we got beat down by the Cowboys and the Saints in back-to-back weeks. We ain't give them no damn 50 points though. So that, I mean, I get that they're happy that the coach got fired, but like in live, like watching that game live, like in live time, getting 63 put on your head could not have been a good feeling at the time. I mean,
but Jay,
if you was
watching with Coach B was like, he was begging like the Raiders, like, please don't let us get it close. Like he said himself in the space, like it's gonna take 40+ point beat down for Staley to get fired. And that's really what it took. It took 40 plus.
I mean, I'm not arguing what you're saying.
If you fighting for, I understand you. If you fighting for the win, yeah. If you still living as a fan and you're not like really giving up and getting kicked in the teeth,
but I'm talking to you as a person. That team, I'm rooting for my team to lose week in and week out to get the second pick in the draft, which we have right now.
And it still hurt when you lose.
I do not want to be giving up 60, 70 points in a week. I want to lose, but I don't want to lose like that. I'm sorry. I want to lose, but I don't want to lose like that. Trust me. That shit is just outrageous.
Yeah,
I mean, think about it like this. I mean, I've been watching.
So what if it have been a close game? Is he fired? If you don't get blown out, I'm talking about end of the year, but I'm talking about right now. Is he out of a job if it's let's say it's a 21-28 game?
Probably not. I mean, but as you can see, that team wasn't good anyways. It just, I mean, to me, that's more of an effort thing. It's like when the Broncos got blown out by 50 by the Dolphins. It's not even it's not the talent level, but it's the effort. Like when you don't put forth the proper effort, like. That just let me know as a coach that the time is up. First of all, they should have fired that motherfucker last year. Like after you give up a 28 point lead, a 27 point lead to the Jags in the second half, they should have let him go last year. But they let him come back, and for what, I don't know. But I mean, hey, he might have not got, if they don't get blown out, he might not have got fired yesterday, but he would have got fired eventually at some point.
All right. Yeah. So the next game on the slate is Jets, Dolphins. Dolphins -8.5. Hey man, this could possibly be the last game the Jets play before they air a prayer. Aaron Rodgers step into the house again, man. He practiced this week. They said he was limited. Do you think that can get him? I don't think it can give him a boost, but do you think it can give him a boost? I got the Dolphins.
Right now, I got the Dolphins. If Tyreek Hill don't play, I'm not taking the Dolphins. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not. He got to play for me to take him,
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Bad without Tyreek Hill.
So,
and you told me that right before, now, like in a space. You was like, if Tyreek Hill go down, Jalen Waddle can't carry it. And I was like, at the time, I'm looking at you like, what? Jalen Waddle a number one at that, they tell me. And then I really watch when he go down, and they struggle.
I mean, Waddle's a good wide receiver. I'm not taking, like, he probably one of the better wide receivers in the league. I'm not saying that. But you're talking about taking a top 3 wide receiver off of a team. I mean, like, just imagine if you take, like, Jettison was taken off of the Vikings for a couple of weeks, but I mean, luckily they had Jordan Addison. But, like, any other top wide receiver that doesn't have any, I don't know. Like, I just think Tyreek Hill, it's not just him catching the ball. It's the threat when he's on the field. Like, you have to respect it. Like, you have to, there's certain defenses that you have to play when you're playing Tyreek Hill. And when he's not there, it just makes everything else difficult. And, I mean, Waddle still produced in the game. It's just the offense is not as it's explosive when Tyreek Hill's on is on the field. And we definitely was having that conversation one Friday. I think it was me and like Wizard was trying to tell people if he's not there, that offense is completely different. It's not the same. And people was trying to argue with, oh no, it'd be the same no matter if you got Debo or someone else, it'd be the same. I'm like, no, it's not the same. But getting back to the game, like I said, I got the Dolphins right now. But if I find out before game time that Tyreek Hill ain't playing. And I mean, I already know like a bunch of the offensive linemen are out already. So if Tyreek Hill don't play too, I would have to switch my pick to the Jets if he don't play. As far as props go, give me Breece Hall like for like 50 or 60 yards rushing. I don't believe in the Zach Wilson hype train because he had a good week. He normally does that. Like, I'm in the division, so I've seen him get benched before. And then the first game he comes back, he plays great, and then the next game he plays like he should. Or he normally does. Other props. I like Mostert to get in the end zone, and I also like Waddle for his reception and yards because if Tyreek Hill doesn't play, he's going to get a large percentage of the volume. So,
all right, kicking our back here, so we can just keep rolling. The next game I got on here is Texans, Titans, Tennessee favored by 3. Who's out in this game that they're favored? What the hell?
CJ Stroud is out. He's not going to play.
Ooh.
CJ Stroud is out.
That might have killed my pick.
CJ's out and Nico's out.
Well, right here it say game time. Is it clarified that he's out already?
What, Nico?
No, CJ.
No, someone posts. Texas fan in one of my group chats on Twitter posted that he's not playing. I think they said. I'm
just going off what I see on Twitter. They said, I guess they got like one more day of practice.
Yeah, but I think there's.
And they said they've been preparing for Davis Mills to play. If he's not clear about tomorrow, it looks like Stroud might not play. Oh, damn.
No, like there's a source saying that Case Keenum is going to be started tomorrow.
They start from right here. It says, I didn't read the whole thing. I was a little scatterbrained. Davis Mills and Case Keenum have been practicing as to start.
Yes, I mean that's why the line is where it's at. So yeah, CJ's not going to play. So it's between Case and Davis. I think, like I said, I seen the tweet that Case Keenum going to play. He's going to start at least. And I don't know, like I feel I get it that the Titans beat the Dolphins. Everybody's high on them, and normally Derrick Henry has good games against the Texans. During the week, and I'm going to roll with the Texans because to me they have more to play for. Like they're playing for a playoff spot, and like they're right in the hunt. Like they're right in the pack of all them 7-6 teams. And I just think that DeMeco Ryans is going to find a way for them to win this game because they had a bad showing last week. So I just think, and like the Titans are their rival. I mean, for obvious reasons, obviously, like, I mean, if you know the history of the AFC South, then you know the history or whatever. So I mean, Texans and Titans games are pretty. I don't say wild, but they're I mean something. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm gonna stick with the Titans. I mean, I'm gonna stick with the Texans, and I just think that they need the game more, and I just think they're gonna come out with a much better performance.
I took the Texans with no infrastructure of C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson Jr., Nico Collins. I don't even see Nico on the injury report right here, but Miss Swan told me he out. I'm going with that. I'm still going with the Texans. I mean, Case Keenum, the last time I really remember him playing, he wasn't bad. You know what I mean? And if he's playing today, anything to me, Case Keenum better than Davis Mills. I mean, I just that's my belief. If I was them, I would take Case Keenum, and I think the team is going to rally around Case today, man. I think they're going to get the win. Give me the Texans, man. Give me the Texans plus the points, money line, however you want to do it. I'm taking the Texans today.
Yeah, and I just think the other thing is like the Texans. I get it; they lost against the Jets, but the Jets' defense is so much better than the Titans' defense. It's not even the same, tier or whatever you want to say, ballpark or whatever. It's not even close. So I mean, after dealing with the Jets' defense and now they're dealing with the Titans' defense, like I just think they're gonna have a better showing, man. Like that's all I'm gonna say on that game.
All right, so we got Tampa versus Green Bay. Both of them are 6-7 coming into this game. Green Bay is favored by 3.5. The over/under is 42.5. Damn, I like Green Bay today, man. I mean, Jamie, the same the presidents I gave you for that Broncos Detroit game. It's the same presidents I'm giving you for the Bucks and like Green Bay is like firecracker on 4th of July. Hot. Like they are going. They just beat the Chiefs. Didn't they just beat Detroit? Or no. They just beat somebody last week. Who they beat last week?
No, they ain't beat nobody. They got beat by the Giants last week.
Oh, they got beat by the Giants. Green Bay got beat by the Giants?
Yeah. It was on Monday Night Football because we had those 2 Monday Night Football games, the Giants and the Packers, and then we had the.
Oh yeah, they let Danny DeVito go off, but it was like 22. It was like
I mean, they
21-24 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean they had the lead with like a minute to go, and they let Danny DeVito drive down and kick the game-winning field goal. I mean, they didn't play the greatest game, but I mean, I'm also going to take the Packers. I'll take the Packers with the points. I just think that like they had a down week. I mean, Jordan Love didn't have the best game, so I just think the game's in Lambeau. I mean, Tampa got to go up to to Green Bay, which is cold. It's cold this time of year. And I just don't like the prospects of Baker going against that Packers defense. I think the Packers defense is a pretty good defense. It's not like a lead or anything, but it's pretty good. And I just think the Packers are also on the fringe of being in the playoffs as well. Like they're 6-7, so if they can notch a win here, they'll be back to 500, and
they both fighting for the same spot, ain't they?
The Buccaneers are fighting for their division, though. It's different. So like I think there's 2 or 3. I think there's 3 teams in the NFC South at 6-7. I think it's the Falcons, the Bucks, and the Saints. So they're fighting for the division. So I mean, they also need a win too. But I just don't like the process of them going up to Green Bay and actually having to win a game. Prop wise, give me Jordan Love for 225 yards. I don't know if Christian Watson's going to play. I doubt it because he hurt his hamstring a couple weeks ago. He was out last week, so I don't know if he's going to play. I mean, the guy you got to watch out for Green Bay is Jaden Reed. Like Jaden Reed has become the de facto number one when Christian Watson doesn't play. He's also their slot guy. He gets a lot of touches, whether they're off end arounds or catches. So I like Jaden Reed to get in the end zone. I like him for about 40 yards. Also, give me Dubes for 40 yards, and on the Bucs side, give me Mike Evans, man. I mean, you really can't go wrong with Mike Evans. Give me him for 60 yards and a touchdown, and give me Godwin for 40 yards.
Jamie, you don't bet with Mike Evans no more, man. After that, what was that last game? Me and you bet on him, and he folded. He folded and had like one catch or two catches or something like that.
I mean, somebody got to catch the ball, man. It's. I mean,
Somebody got to. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm probably going with Mike Evans today too for probably 60 yards and a tutty. Nah, but look, I messed up on that game though. I thought the Packers were coming in on. I totally deleted that Giants game for some reason, bro. I thought they was coming in on 3-game winning streak. So I mean, I'm still taking the Packers though, but I just thought they was coming in on a 3-game winning streak.
I mean, they still won 3 out of the last 4, so I mean, they're still on a pretty good streak. So.
All right, so before we get to my game, I know we're not there yet. But Darius Slay went under arthroscopic knee surgery. He gonna be out Monday.
Oh, for real? I mean, how long is he out for?
They didn't give a time. It's the type of shit going on with the Eagles. Motherfuckers be like I got beef with Slay anyway, so you know.
I mean, Slay's your best corner, though.
He is maybe. We ain't gonna go to that though. We ain't gonna get into that conversation.
He's definitely your best corner.
That's your opinion as an outsider, but I'm an Eagle fan. I'm an Eagle fan. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch both of them motherfuckers get cooked.
I'm sorry, but you ain't gonna tell me that. I mean, like Bradbury is better than Slay.
No.
Bradbury is not better.
I don't think Slay's much better than Bradbury though. I just don't. I think it's a close. I think Slay can play man, but he's not good in zone. And I think Bradbury can't play man, and he's good in zone. So I think one of them have a strength that the other one don't got. And this is part of our problem is Sean Desai is trying to play to, as you would say, the stronger corners strength. He playing a lot more man. And it's causing Bradbury to look like the weaker corner. But last year, Jonathan Gannon played to the other side and played a lot of zone, which made Darius Slay last year look bad. So when you look at it,
I mean, I don't agree because I'm not saying what you're saying not valid. It's valid, but what I'm also saying is that Bradbury had one outlier season last year where he played really well. He was,
that was the first season he played majority zone. That was the first season in his career.
Yeah, but he had one outlier season, and I go back to the seasons he played with the Panthers and the Giants, and he wasn't good. Wasn't that great with both them teams. He was good with y'all team for 1 year. Versus Slay has multiple years of being an elite corner. So I'm gonna just lean on that. I'm gonna just say that. I mean, it's still a big loss. I mean, who do you guys play on Monday? Oh, damn, y'all play the Seahawks in Seattle.
Yeah,
that is not the team you want to see when your secondary not healthy. That's all I'll say about that. So
I ain't scared. I'm cool.
You ain't scared of Lockett, DK Metcalf, and JSN?
Not scared of JSN. Lockett is a little dangerous, and DK Metcalf, all you gotta do is say something crazy to him. He'll get out of character and try to fight you, get kicked.
Yeah, but he only get out of character with teams in his division. Though, most of the times he do that to be with like the car.
No, he got into it with Slay 2 years ago. Where he grabbed Slay and slammed him on the ground and got a personal foul for it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this season though. This season he's only really done that within the division though.
Well, we just gonna try, Mick. Man, you gotta knock all my opinion. I'm just trying, brother. You trying to lose, and I'm trying to figure out how to get DK Metcalf out my damn game.
Is gonna be in the game. You gotta just scheme. Just somebody try to scheme it with like a safety over the top or something. That's probably what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah, probably so. But I don't want to do that. But if I have to, I have to. You know what I mean? Because we ain't that strong at safety either. I mean. You take somebody out the secondary to cover DK, and then Tyler Lockett go for fucking 190 yards on us. Like we already giving up a lot of yards. But that's neither here nor there. The next game is the New York Giants versus the Saints. New York Giants 5-8, Saints 6-7. Saints favored by 5.5, over under 39.5. It's a tough game, bro. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, even though I've talked to a lot of Saints fans, they're not trying to win, but they're tied for their division right now. Both of these teams are playing to try to get into the playoffs. Saints via the division. The Giants are trying to run the table to go 9-8 to try to make it to the playoffs that way. I heard that Darren Waller was designated for return, so I don't know if he's going to be activated for this week's game because he's got a 21-day window. But if they get him back, it just gives them more weapons. It's for me, it's a tough game. Like I don't like the Saints minus the 5.5. I think 5.5 is a lot. I get they're playing New Orleans like that. Playing in that dome can be kind of crazy, but Derek Carr not playing well recently. But I'm gonna go with the Giants, man. Like I just think the Giants have this momentum built up, and I just think they're gonna be able to carry that through. It's a tough game to call. I would definitely. I don't bet unders a lot of the time, but I don't think the over is gonna hit in this. The over is 39.5. I don't think that's gonna hit in this particular game. So I would bet the under. I'd bet under 40 or under 39.5. And if if I'm betting Giants, then pretty much I'm betting Giants plus the 5.5 because I think the Giants will win. But even if they don't win, I think they're going to keep the game close.
Nobody in this room probably wants to see the Saints lose more than me since I have their second round pick and I can turn that into something early. So if Tommy DeVito, the New York Guido, could turn this into a stomping of the Saints, it'd be cool. I mean, I'm cool with that, man. But I did pick the Saints. I don't know why I picked the Saints either. I can't even tell you. I was just fast picking. That was one of those games I wanted to pull a certified on. Like, I don't really know who to pick on this game. I just don't want to pick, but I took the Saints. But Tommy DeVito is playing some good football. I mean, he was NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. Shout out to Tommy DeVito. I could see him pulling this game out. The Saints have not been playing great football. They have not been playing great football, especially Derek Carr. I just seen a stat, right, that Derek Carr only had 37 yards with 8 minutes left to go in that game last week.
Not surprised. I mean, he's been playing I was never high on the Derek Carr to the Saints in the summer. I was never high on it to begin with. Never been high on Derek Carr to begin with. I'm not a big Derek Carr fan. I didn't think. I mean, I thought that that this was just like a plug move. It's it's kind of like you got a hole in your boat. And you don't want to buy a new boat, and you don't really want to fix the boat, but you want to just plug the hole in the boat, just so the water don't drown the boat. And that's what I view this as. And a lot of Saints fans, they want to lose because they want to have a chance to draft, Jaden Daniels. That or another quarter. Like they want to draft the quarterback. So a lot of them don't even want to win this game, but they might end up winning. And
is it possible they got too many wins at this point?
They got it just depends.
Because there's a lot of teams that's in that 5 to 6 wins right now range.
Yeah, but that's because a lot of these teams we got 4 games to go, so that's why. Once these next couple weeks play out, then some of these 5 and 6 win teams are either going to win games, they're going to lose games. So
that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like the teams that's behind you, are they going to continue to lose, and then you end up in that mid 15, 14 range type deal because you pulled out some stupid wins?
Yeah, but you got to look at it too, though. It's like not every team needs a quarterback. Like, for instance, the Commanders are sitting at 5. They don't need a quarterback. Like Sam Howell is pretty much their quarterback, so I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback. So you got him. I mean, the Jets are at like 9 or 10, I think. And they have Aaron Rodgers coming back. So they'll draft a tackle and they won't draft a quarterback. And then you also got the Titans. They're in that 5 to 10 range, and they have Will Levis. It seems like they're happy with Will Levis. So just because the teams are in front of you doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to draft a quarterback, though. So,
not saying that though, but you said they're looking at a specific quarterback, right? They're looking at a guy that they're really looking forward to bringing in. I'm just thinking about if somehow he show up at the combine, he go crazy. He the Heisman Award winner. His stats this season are outrageous. A team that is in front of you that you thought maybe aren't looking for quarterback, but they looking to maybe solidify something for the future. Ali, like maybe I don't know. I don't even know a team right now, but just a team that is in front of you that possibly do you think they maybe should have lost more games? This is what I'm saying.
I mean, at this point, you're at where you're at. I mean,
I know.
I mean, like the Saints lost to the Jaguars earlier in the season on like Thursday night football. There's games that, I mean, like they beat us. Like, I mean, so it's just like they're at whatever. I mean, they don't need a top 5 pick because they don't want May or Caleb Williams. So, I mean, I just think if you
but
want
I'm still estimating the win. Like, I mean, they still got to play the Falcons, Bucks, Rams, Giants. They possibly can win 2 more games, bro. Then you're 8-9. You kind of like kicking yourself in the face if you keep winning at this point.
I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you could always trade up. I mean, they the Saints are really aggressive when it comes to the draft and trading up. So,
yeah. I mean, we got their 2nd round pick. So, I mean, to me, be as bad as you can be. I mean, if you're gonna be bad, just be bad. I mean, cool for me.
So yeah, so I mean, like the Saints are an aggressive team in the draft. So if they see that Jaden might fall down a couple spots and they can go up and grab him, then they just might do that. We just got to wait and see, pretty much.
Kicker, what's up, man? You got some input on this game, man? We Saints Giants. Okay. Because the next one is a Dookie Fest. I don't even really want to talk about that game, but we got no choice.
Prop wise, though, I'll say one thing. Like, I mean, I do like Saquon to get in the end zone again. He got in the end zone twice last week, so I like him to get in the end zone again. I like Kamara to get into the end zone too. And then I also like Olave for 60 yards as well.
Why you don't use him more? Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, what are you talking about, Olave or Kamara?
Well, Kamara I know why Kamara don't have the stats. He was out for a few weeks.
Yeah, I think it was a suspension. Yeah,
it just feel like to me, like I don't know. It feel like Chris Olave. When I hear his name, I expected him to like pop out for their offense, but it might be quarterback play. It just could be quarterback play. It just to me, it seemed like he ain't getting the usage that he really should. But now that I see he got 116 targets and 72 receptions, I mean, I guess it's kind of on him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's due to Derek Carr too, man. Like Derek Carr been so bad this year as a quarterback. Like, I mean, it's just, I mean, like the problem with being a wide receiver, you're dependent. I mean, you know this, like you're dependent on your quarterback.
Yeah, that's why I said like it could be quarterback play. That's why I kind of stopped my rant.
It's definitely quarterback.
I looked at Derek Carr and see he only had 2,800 yards. I was like, shut the hell up. He is sucking right now. But I thought Derek, like, what year was that they went to the playoffs, Mick? If you remember, when the Raiders.
I think it was like 2 years ago. That was the year where they fired John.
And then he got hurt, right?
Nah, I think he played throughout the.
No, not that one. Then the one where he got hurt in like the in the playoffs, and then they end up losing that game, something like that.
Well, I mean, they only made the playoffs one time, so it must have been that year where John Gruden got fired, and then the interim dude took him to the playoffs, and then he got hurt against the Bengals, maybe.
Yeah, like I thought they was gonna kind of like continue that path. I thought Derek Carr was on like a good trajectory, playing good football, and then the next year he got your boy. He got Devontae Adams. He didn't really look good with Devontae, so I'm like, well, maybe he need to change the scenery. They benched him. Now we all seeing why he got benched.
I mean, he got benched because Derek Carr just not. He's not gonna be an elite quarterback. Like he's an average quarterback. Like
is he even average?
I mean, he's playing with a team that got weapons at wide receiver, weapons at tight end, weapons at running back. Like got weapons all over the place, and he's still playing like crap. So I mean, luckily, like I think the Saints have an out after year 2. So I mean, they got at least one more year. So
I think he'll be benched next year. He'll be making whatever he's making from the bench. He won't be on the field. But the next game we got Falcons, Panthers. Falcons favored by 3. The over under in this game is probably low, 33.5. Give me the Falcons. Ain't nothing going right for the Panthers. I like Bijan to get I think they had it for like 2.5 receptions. Give me Bijan receptions. Give me Kyle Pitts anytime touchdowns, and give me what's your boy name? The big receiver.
Drake London.
Give me Drake London yards.
Yeah, I seen a Twitter post this week about getting tickets. Like, apparently you can get tickets to this game for like $1 or something like that. Something real cheap.
Nah. That was fugazi. But real talk, J Mick, they have tickets on that same site that they Photoshop for $11, bro.
Damn, $11. That's crazy.
And that's no fakey. Like me and CeeLu looked it up, and we was like, but it's gotta be fake. And it was $11, bro. And it was good seats, like second row type seats where you can see like everything. Like, what? How do you get that bad?
I mean, they're bad.
And they said it's a food spot, I guess, like down the street from the stadium. I guess they bought a bunch of the tickets, and if you bought their family meal, you get 2 tickets for free.
I mean, they're 1-12. So, as a Patriot fan, I need the Panthers to start winning as a Patriot fan, so we get in the 1 spot. But I can't bet on the Panthers to win. That's what I need to happen in the back of my mind. But I can't say it. I can't put that as the picks I post on Twitter or on this show. Can't say that with a bunch of confidence. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons minus the 3. Prop wise, give me Chuba Hubbard for 40 yards. Give me Bijan for a touchdown. Give me Drake London for 40 yards, and I'll take Kyle Pitts for 25 yards. But other than that, this game is a disgusting game. I mean, it's really disgusting. That's all I got to say.
All right, so the next game is Bears Browns. Browns favored by 3, and it is a 37.5 over under. Oh, what you think, Jamie? I'm gonna go after you. I'm gonna let you go first.
This is there's a lot of tough games to pick this week. I'm not gonna cap. The Browns should win this game, but I'm gonna put the Browns on upset alert, man, because the Bears defense, like, they were bad the first half of the year, but the last month, the Bears defense has been pretty good, man. Like, they've been, they played the Lions twice. They've held them in check both times they played them. And both of these teams are cold weather teams. Like, they both play outside, so going up to Cleveland is not that big of a deal for the Bears. So I'm gonna put Cleveland on upset alert. I do think the Bears will keep the game close, though. I'm not betting on one of these two teams to win the game, but I would bet that this game goes over. The Browns got a good defense, but I just feel as if it's only 37.5. I feel as if there's going to be enough points to be scored for this game to go over. Prop wise, give me Justin Fields for 50 rushing yards. Give me Cole Kmet for 40 yards, and I think he gets in the end zone too for a touchdown. On the Browns side, give me Jerome Ford for 50 yards, and give me Amari Cooper for 50 yards too.
Go ahead, Kicker.
Damn, who the Browns? Who they playing?
Bears.
Oh, the Bears. I like my man Joe Flacco to throw for 300 this week, man. 2 touchdowns. Amari Cooper touchdown. I don't know, yo. I don't know. I like the Bears this week though. I feel like the Bears might pull it out, man.
So we all in agreement up here today? What's going on?
And I ain't saying that. I know some people won't say, man, he just saying that because he a rich. No, but I just feel like the Browns, like, there's only 4 games left, but I feel like they want to make a little statement coming into next year. But yeah, man, it should be a good game though, man.
Yeah, I like the Bears today too, man. I didn't think we all liked the Bears, but I think the Bears might do something with the Browns today, man. They've been playing some good balls. Like, even though the Bears haven't been winning football games, the last 5 games they've been kind of in the game at the end. Like, they haven't really been blowed out of any game. It's been 24-17, 16-13, 31-26, 12-10, and then they beat the brakes off Detroit 28-13. Like, they can beat good teams. I think today, man, I like the Bears, man. I like the Bears. Their defense rocking. I like the Bears to win. Give me DJ Moore. Give me his he questionable. Hold on.
Shit, he gonna play.
He probably is. Give me DJ more receptions. Give me anytime touchdown for what's his name?
For
Justin Fields. Give me Justin Fields anytime touchdown.
Oh,
give me,
you know what? Where they playing at?
In Cleveland.
Oh, you know what?
Cleveland.
That's exactly why I like the Bears. Bro, man, that boy Fields, man, they say he be torching Ohio, you know. So that boy shining Ohio, you know, his former state. So yeah, I like that anytime touchdown.
All right, J Mick, we coming on to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Chiefs, Patriots. Hey, damn, it's only what? Okay. Chiefs by 8.
But y'all know who I got in this game.
Over under is 37.5.
Yo, hold up real quick, Smitty. What's up? Did y'all see the lines? What's up with all these low, like 30s? Like they've been in the 30s. Like, is this like is Vegas trying to like give us an idea? Like we need to hop on this shit because Christmas coming or something? Because like I see some low scoring games where I definitely can see that shit going over. Or is it just me?
No, I'm looking at the same thing, bro.
I mean, I just think it's the time of the year. Like this is the time of the year where you get the bad weather games and it's cold outside and teams trying to win games, make the playoffs. And I don't think a lot of teams is interested in trying to put up 40 points a game anymore. Like they're just trying to win these games. So I think that's kind of, like it kind of has to do with.
And a lot of teams like struggling to score points too. It's like a lot of teams out there, and it's weird. I've never seen this much struggling to score. Chargers having a bad time. Detroit lately ain't been able to score. Kansas City can't score right now.
I'm still tripping about that Thursday night game, right? I mean, I know I was in a little box saying take the under. I was kind of joking for real, but it's funny how some people was saying like, yo, take the original under that was like 30-something points, and like the Raiders beat that shit like by halftime, like
quarter and a half. I took the over, right? Trick kicker.
Yeah.
And I'm like sitting in this. I'm in the space with Jamie. Then I'm like watching the game, and then they like, bro, it's 28-0.
I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret, right? I alternated my shit to 25.5.
I took the under.
The spread of the points.
No, the points, the over. I took the total points over 25.5.
Oh yeah, you hit that in the first quarter almost.
Right, but I was saying to myself, like, damn, yo, what if I was just on some shit like over 60, or you know what I mean? But I mean, that's a part of the betting world. Somebody hit big though, because somebody had a 2-leg for both quarterbacks to throw for 3 passing touchdowns. And I'm pretty sure if I would have said something like that in the space, people probably be like, nah, you feel me, bro? That stuff happening. But what's up, J Mac, man? I like your boys' money line this week, man. I know we already talked about that, man. But I like y'all again. I like y'all this week, man.
I mean, I just don't see it because first of all, you got the Chiefs defense is pretty good. So the Steelers, like we've been playing the Steelers a lot over the last 20 years, man. So we kind of know what Mike Tomlin does, and we've always been successful with it. And the funny thing with the Chiefs is most of the times the Chiefs beat us in the regular season, and when we were good, we would play them in the postseason, we would beat them. Right. Which is the interesting thing. So I'm just go with the history, man. I just think the Chiefs are going to win. I don't know if they're going to cover though. Like 8 is a lot. You just got to kind of see how the game goes, man. Like like offensively, like both these teams struggle. So it's not. I don't think a whole bunch of points are going to be scored with the defense that they got to play against. And I heard that Pacheco has already been ruled out, so he's not playing. So you're gonna have
it's Clive Early gonna be the
and I ain't gonna lie, J-Bay, I feel like I might be wrong, but I feel like Pacheco is like the spark of their offense.
He definitely is. There's no doubt about that.
Like if they need something though, they could throw it. They could throw it to him. They could let you know what I mean. Like usually it used to be like Kelsey, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be tough, man. Cause like you know Belichick, yo. One thing about him I learned, like even like with the Chargers game, like I really thought like the Chargers was gonna like fuck y'all up, but like 6-0. You get what I'm saying? So I could definitely, but if anything, I take the under. I take the under then. I take the under.
But I think the weather had a lot to do with that game, man. It downpoured the whole game, so I mean, like the Chargers could have scored more points, but their wide receivers kept dropping the ball. But yeah, I mean, I think the Chiefs going to win. Prop wise, like I definitely like Kelsey Yard. I think Kelsey's going to get like 60 yards and a touchdown. I think Rashee Rice going to get 40 yards. On the Patriots side, give me Zeke. I mean, Zeke played well the whole season, so I mean, I'm gonna take Zeke for like 40 for like 40 rushing yards. And then I'm gonna take Hunter Henry to get in the end zone again because he got in the end zone twice last week, and I think he can do it again. So,
what about Juju? No Juju props.
Man. I mean, Juju go to hell, man.
So what you think he
got his first touchdown? Didn't he get his first touchdown? He got one touchdown, right? He got one on the season, right?
Yeah, we got his first touchdown last week.
Oh, so he was just part of the script when they played y'all that Thursday night, I guess. Then, because
I mean, he played for the Steelers. The Steelers didn't want to sign him back. Maybe that was a revenge game, but I mean, the Chiefs is not a revenge game. He won the Super Bowl with them dudes last year, so I don't think it's a revenge game at all for them.
Right. But I mean, but I could see something like you know how Chiefs keep saying, "Yo, we ain't got no receivers." I could see some shit like Juju scoring, probably either going off, and then the storyline would be like, "Damn, yo, they should have signed Juju back with some." You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
Listen, just thinking.
I'm going with the Patriots. I mean,
Juju,
never mind. I can't do that.
Hey, Juju might have a really good
week. I can't do it.
AJ Mick. Smitty is certified, boy. They be mad as shit when we go against their teams. They be ready to switch their picks real quick.
Nah, he don't go against my team. No, look, I'm saying like I told Jay Mick, you know what I'm saying? I told him weeks ago I'm picking
two
against
weeks
him.
straight. He said y'all was gonna lose, and that man been right, man.
I mean, I just tell like
that's probably the only two times he said we was gonna lose. I'm pretty sure of it.
I mean, I've been riding with the Eagles most of the season, man. I mean, we wasn't doing the pod yet, but week one, I thought we was gonna beat y'all. I ain't gonna cap. Like I was saying all summer.
Y'all should have.
We almost did. So, but I mean, most of the time I've been on the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a really good team. I just think, like, so for me, like, I have a lot of experience with it. Like, when you go to Super Bowl and lose, that next season be hard. Like, and I don't think a lot of people recognize that.
It be too much pressure, especially that they lost too. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like, all right, for instance, like the Chiefs, right? Like, I mean, it's pressure on the Chiefs, but they really, like last year, they really did it with like I guess I could say that was like an easy run for them. Cause I mean, I felt like either the Bengals or like the Bills, you know what I mean? So like for the Eagles, it's kind of hard because like even as Eagles fans, I know why y'all frustrated because it's like, yo, we should have won the Super Bowl last year. And now it's like, so I definitely feel what you coming from. Like it's even hard as a Super Bowl champ to repeat, but it's hard like to be that runner up and then you try to come back. So you know what I mean? Because like I know the Eagle players like they trying their best to get back there. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's gonna be tough.
Listen, I'm not frustrated with losing, kicker, as much as getting embarrassed. Like that shit is retarded. Like how you come out 2 weeks in a row and you get blowed the fuck out. Like it just don't make sense.
Hey, bro, that's just like you know what I mean? Like 3 or you lose a game 3-0. It's like the same way. Like you would rather. I feel you would have rather you lost them games by like a game-winning field goal, but
not even. I would have rather been if you're gonna beat me, what was the score? 49-13? What if it was 49-28? I would have felt better that we actually put points up. It's like they beat us, but we still was able to score. It's like we went in and was just like, you know what? They finna whip our ass. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. Fuck it. Both weeks. Like even if the Cowboys beat me 33-13. I mean, that's where they beat me. You know what I'm saying? They beat me 33 or 35-20. I'm feeling a little better. We scored points, but it's like we scored 26 points in 2 weeks. It's shit like that that's frustrating.
Trust me, I know, man, because I mean, we don't play the Cowboys 1 week and the Saints the next week. You scored 3 points in 2 weeks. If anybody understand, trust me, I get it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not really. I was joking though when I said Kansas City. It was a joke because I told Jay Mick I was gonna pick against his team to try to help him get this number 2 pick. But I do got Kansas City today. But I think it's gonna be one of those close ones. I don't like taking over and unders. I don't like taking unders on the over and under because it always seems like when I take the unders, it'll be 38.5 points scored in this damn game. So I'm gonna just take Kansas City money line. I don't know if they could cover that 8 points. I'm sorry. And give me Pacheco out. So give me Clyde Edwards-Helaire for 50.
That's a bold.
It's no other running back, and they gonna try to run him. So I mean,
they're
gonna try.
So what about Sky
what I'll
Moore?
say is,
don't they put Sky Moore in the backfield too?
Sometimes, but they use him as they use him more as a receiver right now.
Yeah, he's a receiver. I mean,
it's gonna be Edwards-Helaire and McKinnon. It's gonna be Edwards-Helaire and sometimes McKinnon, and I just think Edwards-Helaire he fresh legs. I mean, 50 yards. I think he can get 50.
If anything, I probably split it. I do like McKinnon 25 receiving yards and Edwards like 25 rushing yards to be like on the. Because I don't know, bro. Like it might be one of them games where though the Chiefs probably don't even run the ball like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't. I was big on Edwards, but I fell off on him, bro. Especially like when the Chiefs.
I'm not big on him. I think he sucks, but I think today he's the only running back on that roster other than McKinnon, who's basically the receiver. If they want a running game, he got 50 yards. Now, if they think they can come in and just dice up the secondary, then he pretty much dead.
I mean, the only thing I'll say is that it's going to be raining tomorrow out here. It's not going to be cold, though. It's like 45, 50 degrees during game time, and it's 60% chance of rain. So I mean, you're gonna get a lot of rain. So you know, I mean, like you might be running the ball. It's possible if it does rain, it's possible that it could possibly happen. So
all right. So the next game on the slate for the day: 49ers versus Cardinals. 49ers favored by 12. The over under in this game is 48.5. Kick it, go ahead, bro.
Yo, the way how the 49ers been playing lately, yo, I like the over. I don't know. I'm kind of confused because I definitely like the over, but I'm confused with the spread because it's like I like the 49ers spread, to cover the spread, but for some reason I feel like Arizona can cover the spread too because I'm looking back how they played the Cowboys, right? And what's that boy named Murray? Murray wasn't even a quarterback then, so I feel like they might, right? I feel like they might show up. So give me the Cardinals spread.
Yeah, I feel you, but I'm gonna go with the Niners minus the 12, man. I mean the Niners are on a stretch right now where like they got to win every game to get the 1 seed, and like so I just don't see. I think they always struggle a little bit with the Cardinals, but I don't know. I just don't see it. Like I can see them winning by 2 touchdowns. Like that's just what I see. What I will say is, I mean, CMC did not score last week, so I'm gonna take CMC for a touchdown. Give me Kittle for 40 yards. I like Brendan Ayuk for 50. On the Cardinal side, I like their tight end McBride to get 50 yards.
Yeah, he tough.
Yeah. So
you said Christian ain't scored last week, right?
Nah, he didn't score. I mean, everybody else did, but he did not.
I like that boy for 2 of them things this week. I could see it receiving and rushing. I could see something like that. I mean, depending on how it is, or if they ain't blowing them out. But
give me the 49ers for sure. I was on the Cardinals train, but not this week. They're gonna get stomped out, man. Some people can't listen. I was just looking at the last 5 games. When they play a team that got a little bit of defense, they don't score well. So I like Cleveland shut them out 27-0.
But they scored some points on us.
Who? Cardinals?
Yeah. What the final score was like 31-20 something. They started scoring like the last, but I don't know. I like that running back they got.
31-24.
I like that other running back they got.
But what played into that game though?
Huh?
Did y'all turn the ball over and shit?
No, it was just like one of them games, but though we was just like
y'all just couldn't get it rolling.
Yeah, it was like an on and off type game. Because like I said, we was kind of like the score was kind of looking like a blowout, but they started scoring like a little, you know what I mean, a little late.
All right, so the next game for today, Commanders versus the Rams. Rams favored by 6.5, and the over-under in this game is 50.5.
I like the over. Give me the Rams. Give me Puka and a cut for like 70 receiving yards. I think both of them going to score tomorrow. I like the running back for the Rams for like 100 yards. He tough. Matthew Stafford like 2 passing touchdowns. And I like the Rams. I mean, I like the Rams money line, but I think I'd take the, to make the money more better. I like that -7.5. I think they beat them by like a touchdown or more.
Give me the Rams, but I got a lock for everybody in this room every week moving forward. Whatever they have Mr. Samuel Howell attempts for, over. The man throw the ball more than anybody in the NFL. Listen, kicker, maybe 3 weeks ago. Let me see who they played. I'll tell you who they played. And I was like,
the Giants,
Seahawks, the Seahawks game. That was the one. That's when I started like really hitting on them.
Yeah,
and I didn't play them in the Giants game, Cowboys game, and Dolphins game over. Even though they got beat 45-15, this man still threw the ball for his prop. And it's weird that they throw it so much, because I think for some reason that was like the lowest week. The Dolphins was like, I think they had attempts at like 22.5 or something like that. He ended up getting like 1 over or something. It was something crazy. But all the other weeks, it's been like 30, 38, 39. He been throwing the rock. So I'm taking Sam Howell attempts, not completions, attempts over. Give me Puka. Give me Puka yards. Give me Cooper Kupp yards. They got a decent tight end out there, the Rams?
Yeah, the dude
it's Higbee.
Higbee.
Yeah.
Give me Tyler Higbee too.
But only about Higbee was he was out last week, so I don't know if he should be back this week though. So
man, listen, the Commanders couldn't cover their nose if they sneeze, man. I'm taking all receiver props, man. J Mick, it's on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. The Commanders, I don't even think they're in a position where they want to win. They're 4-9. They're not making the playoffs. And at this point, you got to just look towards the future and try to get the highest pick you can get and try to see if they can go get a tackle or a wide receiver, another wide receiver, something like that, or maybe someone on defense. And I just think the Rams are playing well, man. The Rams could have beat the Ravens last week. I mean, the game went to OT, and unfortunately, they gave up a punt return for a touchdown. So yeah, I mean, give me the Rams. So if the Rams could do that against the Ravens defense, God help the Commanders what they're going to do against that defense, because Matthew Stafford should have a day. As far as props goes, give me Sam Howell for 250 passing yards and a touchdown. On the Rams side, give me Cooper Kupp for 60 yards. Give me Puka for 50 yards. I think Cooper gets in the end zone again, Cooper Kupp. And give me Kyrell Williams for a nice 100 yards too. I'm going off the deep end with, I think it's Kyrene or Kyrell, or how you say his name, but he's been playing really well the last 2 months. And I just don't think the Commanders have the defense to be able to slow him down. So I definitely like him in the game. Stafford, give me Stafford for 275 and 2 touchdowns too. And yeah, I do like the Rams in the spread -6.5 too.
All right. So the next game we got on the slate for today, Cowboys versus Bills. Bills favored by 2.5. Over under is 49.5. Go ahead, J Mick.
Yeah, man. This is what the Bills Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, just to let y'all know, it's gonna be like 30 degrees and it's gonna be extremely nasty out there. I was just looking at the weather.
Yeah, I heard it's supposed to rain.
70%.
Yeah, I think I was in Whittles and Space the other day, and they were like, yeah, the weather didn't change. Even before the weather changed, man, I've been on the Bills, man. I was on the Cowboys last week. They did what I said they were going to do. But going up to Buffalo and playing in Buffalo,
you got to keep reiterating that they did what you said they was gonna do. We gotta keep going back here. Like,
I mean, just be glad Certified ain't here, man, with the bully season and signing all because he really.
No, I had some fun. Listen, fans, don't forget. I got stuff that the fans sent in, and I was gonna use it if you want to follow him. I got some pictures in the clutch, but I ain't gonna do it right here.
Yeah. So what I'll say is like I think the Cowboys got a really good team. I just think the issue is going up to Buffalo and playing that team in Buffalo is hard to do, bro. Like it's hard to win up there, and especially when the weather's not good. And I'm not saying Dak's had a great season, but the Cowboys tend not to play that great when they play outside, especially in like bad weather. And I just like what the Bills are doing. The Bills are starting to run the ball a lot more effectively. And I mean, Josh Allen, he tends to make a mistake here and there, but it's not killing his team. He seems still able to win games. So I mean, I like the Bills, and I like the Bills minus the 2.5 or 3 or whatever it is. Prop wise, I will say CD about to eat this week. I mean, like CD eats pretty much every week, but like the middle of the field against Buffalo tends to be wide open because of their all-pro middle linebacker and Milano. He got hurt, so I mean, like you can get stuff on that defense. I mean, in between the hashes. So I expect CD to have a good game. I'm gonna go with CD for 6 receptions, 60 yards, and a touchdown. And I'm also gonna go with Paula getting into the end zone too, because I think this game has the possibility of being pretty high scoring. On the Bills side, I'm gonna take James Cook for about 50 yards. I'm gonna take Diggs. Diggs hasn't had a really good game in a couple of weeks, so I think he's gonna have a good game this week. I think he's gonna get in the end zone, probably about 60 yards, and give me Kincaid for 3 receptions and 40 yards too.
You can go kicker. I go last.
What's the over on it again?
Look like 49.5.
I'm gonna take the under.
Ooh.
Okay. If y'all say the weather gonna be nasty, I think it might be like a 20-something to 13 type game. Oh, my bad. No, my bad. I'll take the over. Give me I like CD Lamb to score. I like that. Like, what you mean by the weather? Like, is it gonna be like windy?
They said it's gonna be. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. They said it's gonna be like 30, rainy. I'll tell you the wind.
And I think Whittle said the gusts of wind. I think it was Thursday or Friday. It was supposed to be like 15, 20 miles an hour or something like that.
Yeah, 17 right now. They say 17 miles an hour gust of wind.
All right, give me Josh Allen over 40 rushing yards, Pollard over 50, and that's all. I mean, I had some receiving props, but if the wind gonna be like that, I'm gonna stay away from it. But I like CD Lamb to score though.
I know y'all gonna say I'm a hater, right? I actually picked them on our pickles, but I've been sitting here, I've been thinking, give me the Buffalo Bills, man. I mean, I don't know. It's something about the Bills. I think they're gonna find a way to win. They fighting for their life right now. They trying to get into the playoffs. And it's been a lot of like, let me see. Let me look at the Bills' last 5 games. I just want to see just before I say what I'm gonna say. Yeah, these boys are what 2-3 in their last 5 games, man. And they just beat Kansas City. They beat the Jets. They lost to us in the middle of that. I think it's gonna be a good game, but I think Josh Allen in this type of weather, he gonna perform well. He's more of a mobile quarterback. So give me Josh Allen rushing yards this week. And give me Josh Allen for an anytime touchdown. Stephon Diggs and CD Lamb anytime touchdown. And give me Pollard and James Cook rushing yards. All right, so the next game. Ravens. Oh, this is gonna be the game of the night. Ravens versus Jags. Ravens favored by 3.5. The over under in this game, 42.5. You know where it started at, Kicker.
Man, you already know, man. I'm running my ticket back. Oh, I like my Ravens to win. I like the spread, but also I'm gonna go ahead and run this ticket back that I did for London. I like Lamar for 300 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. Isaiah Likely 25 yards, Odell 40, and Zay Flowers 40. I'm going with that. That's my pick. That's probably be the only thing I do for that game.
Well, Jay Mick,
time.
Yeah, unfortunately, I went with the Ravens last week against the Rams. I will not be doing that this week. I just like the Jags, man. Like, I think, first of all, historically, the Ravens don't play that well in Florida. I've been saying that all week. But I'm not saying the Jags are gonna blow them out or nothing like that. Like, I just think the Ravens need this game to hold on to the 1 seed. I believe they got the 1 seed. And the Jaguars need this game because they got the Colts and the Texans breathing down their neck. Like, they only got a 1-game advantage on both the teams. They split with the Texans and they swept the Colts. So they gotta kind of tighten up. I mean, they could have won the Browns game. They just kept turning over the ball too much. I do like this game to go over because the over is 42.5. Like, I think there's going to be a good amount of points scored in this game. And seeing as that Baltimore's favored by -3.5, I'm gonna just take the Jaguars plus the 3.5. I'm not gonna go Jaguars money line though, but I'm gonna go Jaguars plus 3.5. Props. Give me Lamar for 25 rushing yards. Give me him for 250 passing yards and a touchdown. Give me Zay Flowers for a touchdown. You know what I mean? Zay Flowers in that last game against the Rams was like instrumental in them coming back to be able to tie that game up. And so was Lamar. And then also give me the running. I can never remember y'all in the back's name. He's like the rookie.
Hill or Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell, yeah. Give me Keaton Mitchell for 50 yards, and I think he gets in the end zone too. On the Jag side, I like ETN. I like ETN for 40 rushing yards, and I like him for 25 passing yards. I mean, not passing yards, but receiving yards, and I think he gets in the end zone too. And give me Parker Washington for 40 receiving yards as well.
I hate picking these type of games, Mick, because you got, on one hand, you got a team that's trying to keep home field from everybody else, right? And then on the other hand, you got a team who's scratching for their life, trying not to go on a 3-game skid. Like, if the Jags lose today, and hold on, wait, before I answer that question, what's their record? Ooh, if the Jags lose today and the Texans pull off the win, right? They're tied. They got like a half game lead, but they basically tied. That's not, I don't think what the Jags are gonna do, but I think I like the Ravens today. They coming in hot 3-game winning streak. Odell Beckham cooking, Lamar cooking. That offense is on fire. That defense is starting to step up and put people in their place. This could be. Outside of that game against the Rams, they wasn't giving up a lot of points. I mean, they had 2 games where they gave up 31 and 20, but they gave up 10, they gave up 3. If the Jags have the offense they've been having all year, I could see them having struggles getting it going. Give me Baltimore. Give me Odell Beckham anytime touchdown. Give me Zay Jones receiving yards. Give me Lamar Jackson 2 passing touchdowns, and give me Keaton Mitchell rushing yards. Give me Travis Etienne rushing yards, Evan Ingram receiving yards, and just for the the shits and giggles, I'm gonna ride with Calvin Ridley again.
Man, I ain't riding with Calvin Ridley nowhere.
He hit last week for me. I had him low though. I had him low. Hey, look, whatever his yards is, knock it down.
Cheer for that. I mean, he's had a couple of good games,
but with Christian Kirk out, you don't think he'll be more of a centerpiece, Mick?
Week 25.
You say what, Mitt?
I said, and what'd you have for 25 yards?
Yeah, I think I did.
Because
I think I took him for.
he ain't had that great a game last week.
What he had last week? It was something. Well, let me see. I'll tell you right now because he hit for me last week, but it was a shitty. It was low. Hold on, let me see what he had last week. Then I could tell you. Okay, he had 53. Yeah, I took him for like 40 something. I think I took him for like 40. He had 53. But it took 13 targets though. That's the ridiculous part. But all right, man. Let's get to this last game of the week. Eagles versus Seahawks. Eagles favored by 3. Over under in this game is 47.5. Jesus Christ.
Man, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I didn't know that Slade was out. I really did not know that.
I just found it out when you found it out.
I really did not know Slade was not gonna play, bro. I picked the Eagles, man, but I don't know, man. Like, to go up to Seattle and don't have one of your top 2 corners, and your defense really ain't been hitting on a lot this season, and I have to go against that trio of wide. The only thing that's gonna save you is that I think Geno Smith is playing. I mean, Geno might save you because other than that, like, I mean, but the one thing I say is like your offense should have a good day. So I initially picked the Eagles. I'm going to stick with it. I'm just going to stick with it. Prop wise, give me Jalen Hurts for anytime touchdown. Give me AJ Brown 70 yards. I think AJ gets in the end zone this week too. Smitty for 50. And also like Swift to get 40 yards. Running. For the Seahawks, I do like Lockett for 50 yards on the touchdown. I like DK for 50 yards too. And give me JSN for 25. I'm gonna be cautious on JSN for the 25. So.
All right, so I'm riding with my team, right? But I said Jesus Christ because I see that Darius Slade boy junk, bro. And they talk about he not returning until January 7th, bro. That's what, 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
January. It's like less. Yeah, I mean it's like less than a month. It's like 4 weeks.
Yeah,
I think that's in time for the last week of the season. I think, right?
Yeah. So yeah, give me the Eagles, man. Give me Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. Give me Swift for 75 yards this week. Listen, I got a weird feeling, man. Like, I know we ain't been running the ball a lot, but we had a players only meeting where it was addressed by the players. Like, hey, we can't keep passing the damn ball, man. We have a great running back in the backfield. Use him. You know, they didn't really just go at him about that, but they went at him about a lot of things, like kind of switching it up. You know what I'm saying? But he apologized, man. Brian Johnson. I found out he wasn't even the full play caller all this time, which is kind of pissing me off because I told y'all when we first started this podcast, when they asked should Nick Sirianni call plays, he can't. He sucks at it. He's horrible at calling plays, and he's been calling plays for a few weeks. It's really aggravating, but I think he just took his hand off of it. He's going to give it back to Brian Johnson. I need my offense to go in here, man, and exploit a weak defense. Obviously, our defense is going to be weaker without Slay. You know what I'm saying? So I need him to protect this. It's probably going to be a young dude. We don't have any vets behind him. It's going to end up being either Eli Ricks. Yeah, probably Eli Ricks. I don't see nobody else coming in that they trust enough. So it's probably Eli Ricks playing the second receiver. Jesus, bro. Okay. Yeah, man, give me that. Give me DK Metcalf probably for like 60 or 70 yards. Give me Geno Smith for anytime touchdown. I mean anytime interception. I'm taking it today. Give me that. And give me is Kenneth Walker back or is it still Zach Charbonnet?
Yeah, I mean Kenneth was back last week, so yeah, but I think they're moving towards like a share between the two of them guys though.
All right, so I ain't gonna mess with the Russian. Yeah, so give me that. And give me Tyler Lockett for like 50 or 60 yards. It's on you, kicker.
I don't know why, bro. I like the Jets this week. I feel like the Jets, like
who? What?
And we're on the Eagles Seahawks, man.
Oh shit, my bad. Bro, my bad. You said the Eagles and who? I mean the Seahawks and who?
Eagles.
Oh,
Eagles.
where is that?
It's the Monday Night Football game.
It's in Seattle.
I like DK.
It's Seattle, yeah.
DK. I like DK. I like DK to score, AJ and Smitty. I like both quarterbacks to throw 2 passing touchdowns and also 200 yards. Give me the Eagles on that. And I like the over too.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, y'all want to have a conversation about this Cam Newton situation, man? Because I know a lot of people been commenting on it and kind of, feeling one way or the other about how he felt about that. You know what I'm saying?
My opinion in it, I mean, the dude has played the game, and I mean that was his opinion. So I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I guess I can disagree with the Dak one, but I mean the man basically said what he said for real. So I mean, you know how that shit is, bro. That sports shit, boy. That shit crazy for real. But I mean, I ain't knocking what he said though. Shit, I mean, he played the game before, so I mean, I don't know. It's just my opinion.
But it's not just he played the game. He played the game at a high level, bro. He was an MVP.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, he went to the Super Bowl one year. I mean, he played against the Broncos at Super Bowl. I mean, honestly, if he, like it's just like when, because someone said this earlier, like, when Tom Brady or Peyton Manning criticized somebody, I get those are some of the best quarterbacks that we ever seen. And I mean, when they criticize somebody, they don't get no backlash. And I get it. Like Cam didn't have that kind of career like Brady or Manning or even Mahomes. Like he hasn't had that kind of career. But the man was still, like, his era, he was still good, bro. Like he was a trendsetter for his era. So I mean, he said what he said, man. And I mean, I might not necessarily agree with 100% what he said, but I respect what he said. So I'm just gonna say it like that.
I think his opinion is warranted. I mean, you can't knock anybody for their opinion. I really think the backlash came more because not what he said, more about the names that he mentioned. It's not really about whether a player is a game manager or a game changer. If he had said, let's just say, right, he was to say quarterbacks that people didn't like. If he would have said somebody like Mac Jones, if he'd have said Mac Jones instead of Tua, if he would have said Kenny Pickett, if he'd have Kirk Cousins, he'd have said those names, there would have been no backlash. There would have been no opinion about it. But he pointed at really like 3 of the hottest quarterbacks right now, maybe 4, Jared Goff, Tua, Brock, Dak.
Hey, I'm about to get out of here.
About
I'll let y'all later. All right?
Go ahead, kicker. Yeah,
all right.
After this, we getting out of here too. I just think I just think it's the names more, Mick, that he picked than more than what he said. You know what I mean? It's not really a big deal that is, the game manager. It's more like, it's Dak, it's Tua, it's Brock, like on 3 of the hottest teams in the NFL, and you say they're game managers. It wasn't even Jared Goff. Jared Goff's name is not even being mentioned with the backlash.
Yeah, but you also gotta look at the fact that he mentioned Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. Like whenever you mention the Cowboys, like it's gonna get, like it's like a like it could be like a red button topic, man, because like the Cowboys, like either you hate them or you love them, and so there's no middle ground there. So and I just think anytime you mention anybody on the Cowboys, like you're gonna get that kind of reaction. And let's face it, like Cam does a podcast, like like us talking about this, not just us, but on ESPN, all the major networks, it's gonna help his podcast out. And I'm not saying he said it just just to get the attention for his podcast. But I mean, Cam is a matter of fact kind of guy. Like he gonna tell you, he gonna tell you what he thinks. He's not gonna beat around the bush. So I think he really believes what he said, and it also doesn't hurt that it's gonna help his podcast get more views. So I think it's like a 2 for 1.
Hey man, we appreciate all y'all for popping out today, man. It was a good show. Next week we'll be back to full power, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying. And hopefully you can get Smitty on here, not off 2 damn losses, off a win. You know what I'm saying? It would be good. But hey, man, until next time, from week to week, man. Hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this with your people, man. Come back. We love all y'all. Until next time, peace.